tonight's headlines, more soldiers join the BDF. Beltrade is working to make Belizean music a major export, and the Chiste Garcia Auditorium is inaugurated. These stories and more on this week's edition of Belize Now. Thanks for joining us on this Friday, February 2nd, 2018. I am Erin Guzman. On Friday, January 26, 89 men and women officially joined the ranks of the Belize Defense Force. Last month, we joined Minister of Defense Honorable John Saldivar on his visit to see the recruits in action at the Mountain Pine Ridge. Here's a story from our Belize Now team.
For visitors, the Mountain Pine Ridge offers a picturesque view, and for 15 days, the Belize Defense Force utilizes its mountainous terrain to put its recruits to the ultimate test, dubbed the Final Fling.
Movement!
For 3 months, the recruits of Intake 63 endured rigorous training at the Price Barracks, equipping them for their future as the newest members of the BDF. At the Mountain Pine Ridge, where they have been since Tuesday, January 2nd, these men and women are assessed by their superiors. Captain Rogelio Ramirez, officer commanding training company, gave us some insight into the 2-week exercise.
We're talking about drills, we're talking about immediate action drills, we're talking about defensive, offensive operations, jungle, survival, river crossing. So everything that was taught to them in camp is being assessed here at Mountain Pine Ridge. At the completion of this final training exercise, this is a 5-phase exercise. Initially we started with the advance to contact, the survival, the jungle, then we went into the offensive, defensive, then once we've completed the defensive, then we move on to Belizean, which is the live firing phase. In the live firing phase, then we will assess, or we will allow them to move as a section, as a squad. But this time, instead of blank rounds, they will be using live rounds. They will be firing their GPMG, the general purpose machine gun. They will be firing their personal weapons. They will be posting grenades, live grenades, and then they will throw live grenades as well. In addition to that, they will be firing the 66 rocket launcher. So all of these things will be done. Every single thing that will be done at Belizean is live.
Captain Ramirez shared with us what the experience of a recruit is like during this rigorous exercise.
I was once a recruit, and I could tell you the experience is very dire, to say the least. The amount of physical exertion, the mental drain of the mind and so forth, no, it really takes a toll, because you're talking from day 1 to day 15 in this particular case. The recruits would have traversed at least 90 kilometers. Which is quite a lot, and they are moving during the day, during the night, through the jungle, through the Pine Ridge, through the rivers, through the creeks, under the different elements or the weather. So it really takes a toll on its body, and I can tell you for a fact that the recruits are feeling it. It takes a toll on their body, but because the mind, we're trying to focus on the mind, we're trying to have them that mental fortitude, then this is the reason why we push them and we push them and we push them, because we need to ensure that whenever they are in a combat situation, then they are able to react in a manner that will assist or aid the commander in accomplishing the mission that they have been given.
Among the recruits, there are 7 females, but for Captain Ramirez, a recruit is a recruit.
It doesn't matter if you're a male or a female, they go through the same physical assessments, they go through the same amount of mileage that needs to be covered, the amount of weight that needs to be carried. We have the general purpose machine gun, which is a 24-pound weapon, and likewise, the females have had the opportunity to take it along with them as their personal weapon. So there's no distinction. We have recruits here. I don't classify them as male or female. I have recruits. And as such, I test them and I measure their width as a recruit, not by gender.
Of the 554 potential recruits who sat the exam, 154 were admitted for the initial training, and of those, only 87 remain. 20-year-old Evan Castillo is one of the 87 and has long dreamed of protecting his country as a member of the Belize Defense Force. Coupled with this, his mother is a former soldier and his aunt is a soldier. Castillo told us about his experience to date.
It's been fun. Some painful, but very fun learning new stuffs. Like the first time, eat a rattlesnake. It's very interesting, adventurous, go new places, learn new stuffs, and it's a very good thing. My instructors, they really help you and push you when you're on the camp. They push us. So when we are out here, we know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. The instructors, they help us a lot. It's a career building opportunity, and you have lot of benefits. And it's you are learning, if you don't know the country of Belize, through the BDF you'll get to know the whole country of Belize, ins and outs.
Recruit Ashley Williams has risen through the ranks, beginning her journey as a member of the BDF Cadet Corps, after which she became a volunteer with the force. Today, she is on her final leg of the journey.
It is quite an experience because when we are at camp, we do a lot of exercises. So when we are here now, we just execute what we learn. It's not hard, it's not difficult. It's just put your mind to it and you'll get it done.
And recruit Crystal Carcamus says that while it's tough, females should not be intimidated.
When we first started, we had 14 females, and now it's only 7 of us. So to the strongest of them, if you think you can handle it, you should probably join, because it makes you more independent, and it teaches you to be a bit stronger than you thought you could have been. And it's the Belize Defense Force. It's a really good opportunity for females.
And what are these recruits looking forward to the most?
Looking forward to passing out.
I'm looking forward to pass out, to just get it over with and just be happy and socialize with my comrades. I'm just waiting for that.
And pass out they did.
It is by design that the recruit training is tough, both mentally and physically. You have endured the physical and mental strain of recruit training, and you are now fit to perform. So you are all deserving of this proud moment to stand in front of your friends and families as we reflect on the hard work that you have put in, and you are deserving of the pride that we all have in calling you respectable soldiers of the Belize Defense Force.
For Belize Now, I am Janelle Mencius.
And while the Belize Defense Force celebrated the passing out of Recruit Intake 63 and 40 years of service to Belize, it also saw the official change of command from now retired Brigadier General David Jones to Brigadier General Stephen Ortega. Speaking at the ceremony, the Minister of Defense, Honorable Jan Saldivre, thanked General Jones for his service to the force and officially welcomed the BDF's new commander.
As we bid farewell to Brigadier General David Jones, we say thank you, sir, for your 27 years of dedicated service. You have done your duty to Belize and to the BDF, and we wish you the very best for you and your family as you move forward. Let me also congratulate Brigadier General Ortega on his new appointment. There is a lot to be done, but we have full confidence in you and your team. I want to again thank General David Jones for his exemplary service, particularly when he was at the helm of the BDF. I say welcome again to Stephen Andrew Ortega as the new commander of the BDF, and at the same time I challenge him to take the force to an even higher level, a task I know he is willing and capable of doing.
Incoming Commander Brigadier General Stephen Ortega was born and raised in Esperanza Village in the Cayo District and joined the BDF in 1990. Thereafter, he attended the Royal Military Academy at Sandhurst in the United Kingdom and was commissioned as a second lieutenant of the BDF in 1992. Throughout his 27 years of service in the BDF, General Ortega attended various courses and conferences locally, regionally, and internationally. Most notably, he is a graduate of the Command and General Staff College at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, and the Royal College of Defense Studies in London, where he received a master's degree in strategic studies in 2016. He is also recipient of the BDF's Long Service and Good Conduct Medal and the Force's Certificate of Distinguished Service. We'll have more stories after the break. Stay with us.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The Directorate General for Foreign Trade, in collaboration with Beltrade and the Belize Coalition of Service Providers, are making efforts to make Belizean music an economically profitable export sector. Janelle Rodriguez tells us more.
When I'm on that stage, crazy.
Music. Many of us view it as a form of entertainment, art, or expression, but great strides are being made to make music an economically profitable export sector for Belize. While we usually associate export with products like citrus and sugar, work is in progress to ensure that, like any other exportable commodity, Belizean music can be produced and marketed on an international scale. Nicole Zetina, Analysis and Research Officer at Beltrade, told us how they are working with the government to ensure that Belizean artists can have access to international opportunities.
One of the export-ready services that we've been noticing is music. We have such a wide variety of music here in Belize and such talented musicians, and we want them to get exposed. I think that with our diversity, with the difference in music, the difference in song and composition, is going to take them very far.
She mentions, however, that in order for artists to successfully export their music, they must begin to view it as a business. But in that venture, the artists will not be alone.
We've been doing some capacity building trainings with them in terms of a business plan, seeing music as a business and not just, I'm going to sing for you, I'm going to perform and make money off it. So we're training them how to present their electronic press kits, how to present a business plan, to have business cards and things as such.
While Beltrade is making efforts to assist artists in building their brand and marketing their product, the Directorate General for Foreign Trade is ensuring that there are systems in place to facilitate the trade of music outside of Belize. One such system is the CARIFORUM EU Economic Partnership Agreement, which ensures duty-free market access into the European Union for all products, including music, and which also comes with financial support from the European Union to assist in these ventures. Andy Sutherland, Director General for Foreign Trade, told us more about the agreement.
It also outlines how funding could be achieved to be able to assist CARIFORUM states to develop the music industry, well, the cultural industry in general, and of course the music industry would stand to benefit.
Sutherland also told us how Belizean artists have recently benefited from the agreement.
50 Belizean artists were featured in New Orleans, I think in last year, through funding made available by the EU and its cultural support program.
On the journey to develop the music industry in Belize, the public and private sector have partnered to meet its growing demands. James Sanker, Director of the Belize Coalition of Service Providers, told us more about this partnership.
The Service Coalition work hand in hand with Ministry of Trade, Foreign Trade, niche, various government arm in developing that product and to get that product ready for export.
Definitely there's an economic gain. Like for example, the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, they were paid or contracted and they got a payment for performing at that festival. So that's just one outlet for them to receive like the business side of their music, not just playing for fun anymore, but actually gaining income from their knowledge and expertise.
Sankar further emphasized the potential of music as a wage earner.
It's no different from any other goods or service. The same steps that you have to market a Marie shop, right? It's the same steps that you have to do here. You have to develop a product, brand it, put it together, market it, do all of those exact same thing for music. It's not that different in that regard. This country is so talented. If we could only get those talent to be branded and marketed, just like Jamaica and some other countries, can be one of the primary revenue drivers for the country and an earner for people that are involved in this industry.
Indeed, Belize is immersed with talent, and Paranda artist Clayton C. Williams is an example of just that. He shared with us what the experience has been like to export his music.
It's great seeing that people appreciate the music, not only in Belize, but people who don't even know about the Garifuna culture, them learning about it and seeing them appreciate the music, that's the greatest thing to me.
And even in the event that artists do not successfully export their music, there are other opportunities that may become open to them.
A lot of the musicians that we're working with, they don't really have a platform in terms of being a brand ambassador for different companies. So I think something that they can benefit from is just that. Being a brand ambassador for different boutiques, for different phone companies.
I have to big up the music ambassador every time. I'm always out to support, whether I'm doing a video or recording, just call the music ambassador and like, yo, this is what I'm doing, then he's always willing to support. And Beltrade also helping with the press kit, electronic press kit. We use the press kit to reach out to music festivals around the world. So that's a great help from Beltrade and the music ambassador.
For those who have the talent but lack the means of developing their music, there is help and there is hope. And for the aspiring artists who have not gained the confidence to step into the music industry, here are some words of advice.
Originality is key. If you looked at other examples within the Caribbean, artists who have made it on the world stage, on the global stage, are those that are the most original, produce the most original music and content.
Try, don't give up, work hard at that, and you become recognizable in your country first. Become great here. When you're great here, you can then later be great out there.
If you believe that you could do this, if you believe that you could do this, and this is your aspiration, I would say, don't give up.
Just do it.
Some people view music as a passion, some view it as art, and some of us will soon view it as an industry for Belize. For Belize Now, I am Janelle Rodriguez.
For a third time, the Belize Protectors will travel to the United States of America to participate in the annual Baker to Vegas Challenge Cup Relay. The event, which was founded by the Los Angeles Police Revolver and Athletic Club, is in its 34th year and will be hosted from March 17th to 18th. We spoke with the team's head coach, Sergeant Victor Martin, about the Belize Protectors' performance over the last 2 years.
The first run that we did, the first competition that we actually did was in 2016. We took out a male and female team. It's a mix, male and female team, and we came in first in our category as a mix, and overall 6 in the whole entire event. That was in 2016. 2017, we came in third with an all-male team.
With race day just over a month away, the Belize Protectors have a few fundraising activities planned to cover expenses associated with their participation. The first is a walkathon, which is scheduled for Saturday, February 17th. Assistant coach Winder Ellington told us more.
We are asking the public support to come out and assist. It will start from Bolton Bridge down to Belize City, Central American Boulevard, Marine Parade, ending off at Marion Jones Stadium. And aside from that, we also have a turkey dinner that we are making preparation for. And aside from that, we have a dollar drive that we want to do on the 1st of March. It's important that whenever you see these guys out there trying to get the assistance that they need, that someone or the public just assists. The name of it is a dollar drive, but every penny counts.
The 25-man team is scheduled to depart the country on March 15 and will be one among over 300 teams to run the 120-mile relay from Baker, California to Las Vegas, Nevada. Still, this little team is on everyone's radar, and rightly so.
It has been stated that Belize is under a watch. You know that normally they have hurricane watch, so they watch hurricane from far away. So they watch Belize like that, and Belize are now a slow team.
We're working hard to get the first place, and with hard work, dedication, sacrifices, we get there.
Donations can also be made to the Belize Protectors Heritage Bank account number 9131219. The Belmopan Police Department is the newest beneficiary of law books courtesy the Attorney General, Honorable Michael Perfeet. The donation of 15-volume collection valued at 5,000 Belize dollars was officially handed over to the officer commanding Belmopan, Senior Superintendent Howell Gillett, on Tuesday, January 30th. Both Attorney General and OC shared their delight at the occasion.
It's important that people who really need and can utilize the books have it. And it's very important as a main formation Belize that in Belmopan that we have these books available so that police officers can get an opportunity to read them, study them, and to familiarize themselves with the law.
It comes at a very opportune time, and I could tell you some of the benefits that will be derived by this donation, so we want to be grateful to the Attorney General and his ministry for, without any hesitation, saying yes, he will assist us.
When we return, our segment In Case You Missed It. Don't go anywhere.
Every day when my daddy gets up to go to work, he says this is for me to have a better life. But I say, Daddy, we have a better life. Mommy don't have to leave home to wash my clothes anymore. We don't have to go all the way to a pump and back home to wash every bucket. No, Mommy just have to turn on the pipe and wash up and make we bathe as long as we want. Even the school teacher make we wash we hand the pipe instead of a nasty bucket like before. See, Daddy, life is better with water than life.
The Russell Chiste Garcia Auditorium in Dangriga Town is the latest government-funded sporting facility to be inaugurated. The official opening of the facility was held on January 27. Along with the name of the building, the ceremony was dedicated to the remembrance of former Dangriga Town era representative and cabinet member Russell Garcia. Here are some highlights of that event.
For me, he was more than just an agriculturalist. He was a friend. He had a huge heart. That's why they call him Chiste. Chiste is a short for Chiste, you see? Big person, big heart, selfless. And so it goes. The measure of the man was not just in his service to this community, but in the bigness of his heart and the selflessness with which he served this community, something I know from personal experience.
On behalf of my family, we are happy for this center and honored for Chiste's recognitions for his contributions. He was a simple man who used simple skills and had big dreams, put those to action, never lost the big picture, and never let go of Griga. What Chiste lacked in height, he made up for in passion, loyalty, and dedication.
I am telling you, my friends, that Papa Mena has gone to the cabinet time and time again to ask for things for this constituency. In fact, he has filled the void, because remember when the UDP, when we made in a government and we never have no representative for the Megawali void, and I used to tell you, we need somebody for there on the table for rap for no. Well, Papa Mena filled that void, and that is why tonight we are inaugurating the Russell Chiste Garcia Auditorium.
We needed a symbol of faith, which we are losing in our community day by day. We needed a symbol of faith. We needed a symbol of hope. We needed a symbol of solidarity. We needed a symbol of sustainability. And that could have only been seen in the light of one man, and I'm a Chiste. I call her King. And so the name, when I played with it, I knocked around, I went to my cabinet, and I have to say thanks to the government of Belize, the best ever.
The residents of Dangriga Town were also excited about their new multi-purpose facility. Here's what they had to say.
It means a lot to me, man, because many days when the weather is bad, we can't play basketball, you know. We just sit out the day if it's raining. But now, since we have this facility, I think it's a good thing for everyone in Dangriga.
The facility dictates the level of ball that you play, and I'm happy that this is here.
We cannot play on cement court. Cement court have been breaking down our basketballs here in Dangriga, and Dangriga have been having great basketballers, but the cement court was breaking down our legs of our basketballers. With this basketball facility right now, this auditorium, Russell Chiste Garcia Stadium, Auditorium, it's a wonderful stadium right now inside Dangriga for all the basketballers and the young kids coming up for Dangriga.
Now we have the stadium, our youth will take advantage of it, you know, and they'll be happy. I know everybody is happy about it. You can see the crowd out here today, so it shows already.
It's a wonderful hallmark achievement for the government too, you know, and that's what we want to highlight. I want to get bigger and better. This gonna let the youths have more interest in basketball. They're gonna want to look forward to something bigger.
I just want to say thank you to the government of Belize. We've been waiting for this in Dangriga for from when I was a kid, so thanks very much.
Thanks to all those who have committed to the completion of this auditorium, for we will be utilizing it to the best of our ability.
The night of excitement ended with the Dangriga Dream Ballers celebrating a great win at their first home game. On Wednesday, the Tertiary unit of the Ministry of Education hosted its first Belize Tertiary Options and Opportunities Belize 2 Expo at the St. Catherine's Academy Auditorium in Belize City. The event sought to promote awareness of education programs, career paths, and local and international scholarship opportunities available to Belizean students and other members of the Belizean public wishing to pursue further studies. Deputy Director for Tertiary and Post-Secondary Education Services, Derek Satchwell, spoke of the importance of such an event.
Belize too needs to step up its
participation rate in tertiary education, that it is tertiary education that drives national development, and we need to get more persons involved in tertiary education. We welcome you to the Expo, and what we are welcoming you to is an opportunity to visit different institutions offering tertiary education programs to see what is available. And we also have with us various organizations, different ministries that manage scholarship programs. We have Social Security that also has a scholarship program. We have the banks and DFC here that can offer loan programs to people, because what we want the message to be from today is that tertiary education is not an impossible option. It is quite possible for more people to access tertiary education, and we want you to take advantage of the options and opportunities that you see out here today.
And that's it for this edition of Belize Now. If you want to provide feedback or send in your comments, please feel free to email us at info@pressoffice.gov.bz or visit our Facebook page and let us know what you think. We look forward to hearing from you. Have a great week. Until next time.